important in the context of the league table, of course, as well. We mustn't forget that. United are 12 points behind Norwich, who come here on Saturday. So 2 victories in 2 very demanding home games would be just what Alex Ferguson would want over the next 6 days. Still doing well in the air again. Sheeran with a nice touch for Quinn. Angled well for David White. Terry Phelan coming up quickly, and Giggs had defended well. And Manchester United needed many players there to do their job around goal as they break out now with Giggs. Phelan backing off. Simpson is there. Sliced away by Hill. Sharpe has a 4 to his right. Ince is one of them. Robson coming late on the scene. It's a terrific try. Hit with genuine venom by the captain.
Robson meets it perfectly, and I think Tony Coton's pretty pleased to see that go straight at him.
Quinn. Holden. White coming in. And Schmeichel, who didn't have too far to go.
I'm a bit surprised with David White there, Martin. I honestly thought he's got a genuine chance. Looks to me to turn his back on this just at a crucial moment. See, he goes up, looks at the goalkeeper and doesn't go in with the conviction I would have expected a man to go in a local derby. Schmeichel, both feet up there very dangerously.
Robson, Ince, McClair's there as well. And it's a free kick to United. Plenty of hustling from City, notably through Simpson and McMahon, which is what you would expect in their engine room, but they've done it unfairly. Robson wanting to see something quickly here. Hughes, Bruce, Ince, oh, he's beaten Coton. Paul Ince for Manchester United with a superb strike.
Well, what a way to get your first goal of the season. Paul Ince, not his strongest side is left, but Steve Bruce deserves a lot of credit here. Look how composed he is. Couple of good touches, a tremendous setup, and that's a tremendous finish.
Alex Ferguson, Brian Kidd alongside him, of course, who's played for both clubs in these derby matches. Giggs has come from right to left, but the ball will run away from him. But plenty for United fans to applaud at the moment.
Yeah, I think we can have a look at the goal, Martin. Here's what I mean about them pushing out. Watch the way Steve Bruce sets this up. Now look at 6 Andy Hill. He comes in to strike it. Now there, how many times have you seen linesmen's flags go up in that situation for offside?
Well, if it needs sorting out, of course, he does have the option, Peter Reid, to go out there and do it himself. But it's early days. Giggs again, who's made a number of these runs already away from his place on the right-hand side. And not for the first time, it's produced a corner.
And when you're playing against a side who play square and push up as City do, then it's the ideal type of run to break it. That long diagonal and a straight ball.
2 corners to nil, 1 goal to nil. Owen could go on here and might fancy a shot. He does! Well,
went to sleep totally. Look at that. Still no reaction from any other defenders to come and close Denis Irwin. It's an invitation for him, and he very nearly takes it.
It's another corner. Bent in by Sharpe, and Coton had to make sure it didn't go straight in. And the problem for him, his own teammates then, David White I think in particular.
And he had to make it his, didn't he?
Same area. Pallister! Well, having got to it, you rather expected the next stop to be the back of the net.
Just couldn't get enough on it to get it down, could he? Gets up in front of Tony Coton, and it hits the top of the head rather than the side. Not so sure whether this just brushes the post on the way past, but it's very close.
And Ince, McMahon immediately came in to a battle that wasn't his. The hot-tempered nature of Paul Ince, and indeed of McMahon as well, and Gerald Ashby has a flashpoint here to sort out with half an hour gone.
You see just McMahon on the edge of it there. There's a real full-bloody tackle on Niall Quinn, and in comes Steve McMahon, and they're both flying. It's a bit of a storm in a teacup, really. More words said than actions there. I think Gerald Ashby just had a quiet word, and that's exactly what he's done, and that's very sensible.
Hughes wriggling away. Splendid skill. Robson to Parker. Bounces back to him off Phelan. And a hand used there by City. They've conceded the free kick in any case. And once more, the confrontation ends in the referee having to step in. And this time, the book is out.
Yeah, he's just got to the stage now, the referee, where he feels, I've given you enough chances, I've told you enough times.
It's Rick Holden who's been booked.
And I think he's a bit unlucky, to be fair. Unless it's something he said, it looked to me like Fitzroy Simpson was the culprit in there.
10 minutes to go to half-time. Taken by Robson. Bruce was buffeted by Brightwell just before the ball arrived.
I tell you what, Bryan Robson's furious because he delivers a perfect ball from that angle, and he really should have one of his strikers or one of his attacking players in that area on the end of something like that.
Giggs face to face with Phelan. It's a corner, and Giggs got up quickly, which was a good sign for United because he was tackled just as he shot, which is often the cause of an injury.
I was worried for him just for a second there, but here he does what he was doing last week against Arsenal, cutting in, looking for shots. And Steve McMahon catches him there just as he plays the ball.
Giggs will take the corner himself. A trio of United players waiting by the near post. A header by Hill though for City. McMahon. And they're raiding down the right here, and it's Terry Phelan. He's got White inside him, slipped through well, and Paul Ince once more has read the play superbly, tripped by White at the end of it. But Ince has shown his value through the length of the pitch.
I just see Bryan Robson shaking his hand there, and I'm not surprised. That's now twice he's thwarted David White with really crucial interceptions.
Well, you might recall his performance here against Leeds earlier in the season, Paul Ince, described by the England manager Graham Taylor as just a goal short of being perfection for a midfield man. Well, he's got the goal here. Tony Book, who's done so much for Manchester City, still goes out for the pre-match warm-ups on the pitch with the players. Shearer, Quinn, White in the middle this time. Quinn takes extra touches, and Simpson! Well, Manchester City had a sight of a possible equaliser there with half-time beckoning.
And what a time it would have been to get one. Called out to Niall Quinn, but just watch this as it starts. It looks like it's in, and just curls away. Not so sure whether Paul Ince gets something on this, just a fraction. But I think if that's on target, it's nestling in the bottom corner.
It's half-time at Old Trafford, as you'd expect. The first 45 minutes have really flown by. Paul Ince with a goal, and what a fine one it was, and his general midfield play has been of the highest order as well. There have been a lot of tackles flying in, but a lot of good football as well. 1-0 to United, and the arrival of Eric Cantona now. His character, much analysed, but I'm sure suited to the sense of theatre which surrounds this special occasion. Manchester City a goal down. Here's Phelan. Sharpe. The ball's gone out of play. Cantona played the full game in Portugal on Tuesday afternoon, but Lee Sharpe wasn't involved in that match because of the training injury he picked up on Monday, a slight calf strain, which was the cause of the doubt that he might not start this particular game, and Cantona could have been in from the beginning.
I think Alex Ferguson will be quite happy, and I mean this, if Eric Cantona sits on the bench all season, and that helps send his team towards a league title.
Sharpe. Still Sharpe. Chances here for United and for Cantona. McMahon showing his worldly wise ways then. Well, you say Alex Ferguson might be pleased. I don't know whether Eric Cantona would be too pleased, though. That, of course, is the dilemma. The talent is there. Really, in the fine analysis, Eric Cantona have the temperament to make the use fully of his skills. They do say no French club will touch him. But here he is with his second major English club.
I tell you what, Lee Sharpe does brilliantly here, but I think just there chooses the wrong option. Just out of shot, there they are, 9 and 10. McClair and Hughes are absolutely steaming in, unmarked.
Cantona, an early ball is on, and he's found it. McClair, there's still options to the left. McClair didn't see them. Coton's coming, and had to get a piece of that against Lee Sharpe. Parker. Cantona again has taken up a good position. Hughes! And the first to show his frustration there was Eric Cantona.
Well, he's delivered the perfect cross to Mark Hughes here. It's in front of him. He doesn't have to break his stride, doesn't really have to jump for it. And in Mark Hughes' case, he'll consider this a real poor finish, Martin.
And Robson got to the ball as McMahon got to him, but United sweep on from that. Hughes is in the centre again. Can he reach this one? Good work from Terry Phelan. But once more, there's a lovely feel to United's football.
Watch again the quality of the cross. Again, Hughes doesn't have to break his stride, but Terry Phelan's pace just rescues the situation.
A derby game that is still within the redress of Manchester City, but there's plenty of room for improvement. Holden. Pallister got in the way. It's squeezed out by Robson, only to Holden again, and it's Reid.
Well, I don't think he's in his prime. Peter was renowned for his shooting ability from outside the box, but it's half a chance, you know. Sits up quite nice on the half volley, but really never threatens the goal.
Robson. And Bryan Robson goes down. Everyone looks at Gerald Ashby, who points, but for a goal kick and not for a penalty.
Well, it would need to have been in a generous mood, the referee, I felt, to have given a penalty there. Didn't think Ian Brightwell did much wrong.
Reid. City trying to get themselves in a position here to steal a point, because that's what it would be if the game maintains the shape. Steve McMahon walking a difficult path now, as Ian Brightwell was here.
Yeah, you see, he almost through there, but Ian Brightwell just gets enough on it. I don't think there's much wrong there.
Worth a shout.
When have you known Bryan Robson never give a shout in a 50-50 situation like that?
No, I meant worth a shout in the appeal, which was certainly... Here's Hughes. It's a fine try, it's a fabulous goal for Manchester United, and that may well mean the match.
Well, I suppose it's a goal befitting of the quality of United's play in the second half. They've been in control for most of it. Look at the way he sizes up the situation. Spots Coton slightly off his line, and that's a typical Mark Hughes goal.
Great play from United for much of the evening here, and two great goals.
Look at the way he controls it. A lot of players would have been tempted to just knock it back in. Not Mark Hughes.
So he's now scored in a derby at Old Trafford to add to the 2 to his name from previous encounters at Main Road. The cross from Holden. Quinn, 2-1. Battle is renewed straight away.
Well, I don't believe it. I think Ferguson will be absolutely furious. And within 30 seconds, they get themselves in a mix-up. Niall Quinn smashes one in. Gary Pallister stands. Quinn reacts. They're back in the game.
And the treble is up. We've had Niall Quinn here. 2 from Jimmy Quinn at Reading last night, and Mickey Quinn for Coventry as well. Just pause there for a moment because Andy Gray was reminding me that he had 2-1 to United as his score here.
Hey, listen, I'm not confident he's going to finish that way, to be fair.
Holden, who's made 1 goal. Hill, Schmeichel White, another stop by Schmeichel. Great goalkeeping.
I mean, it's Hill that gets it, the header here. If Quinn gets anything on it, he scores. Schmeichel just throws his body there and David White smashes the ball against it.
Bolted back, but red reigns over blue in Manchester. United take the points and all the pride that comes with it.